Hello, I'm going to do the daily energy, and this is a timeless reading, so this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. Also, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, we have Eight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Chariot, the Magician, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and Knight of Swords. I feel like you were doing something and then you stopped, but you're waiting until the time is right before you move forward. Like you don't want to go any further with it. Like you want to, you're moving forward with something and then all of a sudden you're doing something, like you're pursuing something new and then all of a sudden you stop. And it's like you're reassessing it. And then you're wondering, well, I feel like you may be having scattered energy about this thing that you're moving forward with. So for overall energy, we have Knight of Swords, which is that scattered energy. And I feel like not really sure what it is that you want to do. Like you want to take on this opportunity and you want to take on these new things and you want to take that leap of faith, you know, going off the edge of the cliff. But then it's like, I feel like part of you is like, well, I'm not really sure, because we have the Seven of Pentacles in the future energy is that you're doing something and then you're stopping and then you're waiting until the time is right before you move forward, but you're not letting other people affect you. Maybe there's some other people that are affecting your decision and what it is that you want to do. So for current energies, we have Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the Chariot, and the Magician. So the Eight of Pentacles is taking a closer look at something. It's about changing something up. It's about doing something different, a different way to pursue things. Knight of Wands is those actions, moving forward with something. Again, the Chariot, moving forward with something. And then we have the Magician, which is taking things into your own hands and taking control of a situation. Maybe there's so many things going on that you're like, okay, wait a minute, I need to take control of this situation before I can move forward. I feel like I have too many things on my plate. I feel like I have too many things going on. I feel like I'm being pulled in all these different directions. I'm not really sure what way to think, which way to go, what is it to do. Wait a minute, let me contain this. Let me get this under control, because I feel like I'm all over the place, or things are all over the place. For future energies, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and Five of Swords, which I was saying is that it's something that you were kind of doing and then you're stopping, and I feel like you're clarifying, you're organizing, you're waiting until you feel that things are under control, you're feeling good about it, and then you move forward with or without these people, with or without, you know, their support. But if they're negative support, that you're not letting it get to you, you're not letting it bother you, because I feel like you've taken the time to sort through these things and figure things out and have that clarity before you move forward with this. And you're feeling strong in your convictions on what it is that you want to do in this situation. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. I mean, he doesn't look like somebody that's wavering. I mean, he's like, look at how tightly he's holding on to this wand. He's like, yeah, he feels strong in his convictions on what it is that he wants to do. It may sound crazy to other people, but he's like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I believe in. I mean, we have the Knight of Wands here twice. All right, moving forward with this idea, this opportunity, this thing that you have going on, that you're like, yes. But I do feel that with the Seven of Cups is that it can be overwhelming. And like I said, I also feel like you have a lot on your plate, that you're being pulled in a bunch of different directions and you're being a little overwhelmed. And I feel like kind of narrowing it that down, kind of going down from the Knight of Wands to the Page of Wands. I feel like paring it down and figuring those things out, taking it piece by piece. I feel like that helps you to feel like you have things more under control, or if there's things that you have to get past, like you have things more under control. It's not as scattered, feeling good about your decision. It could be a relationship. Like maybe you're all over the place in a relationship and you're like, I don't know, I want I want to be in this relationship, but I don't want to be in the relationship. I want to be committed, but I don't want to be committed. I still like my freedom, you know, and then maybe it's about talking with that person, okay, you know, really telling that person how you feel and like what it is that you need in a relationship, that maybe you need some freedom, maybe you need your own time to do your things, you know, some things, or whatever those needs are that you have in that relationship, and kind of figuring that out. Or that could just be the relationship that you have with yourself, that you're figuring out, okay, what really makes me happy, what really makes me feel energized, what really makes me have that energy to move forward, looking at things from both sides, you know, the negative and the positive, and this side if I do it, and that side if I don't do it. You know, you're not ready to make a decision yet, but when you're ready, you will, because the Eight of Swords is waiting to make a decision, waiting until you feel the time is right, and then you will take action. And when you do, you feel you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, which is you feel confident in your decision. I feel like it's just taking it one, like I said, paring it down, one situation at a time, one thing off your plate at a time, until your plate is more manageable. And that's because this is the future energies. It's like that helps you to feel like things are more under control for you, and releasing that stress of what other people may be thinking, or they may be saying. Maybe that's preventing you. Maybe that's overwhelming you. Maybe that's kind of clogging your brain because you have other people yapping in your ear saying, well, you should do this and you should do that, and you're like, you're feeling one way and they're telling you another way, and you're confused because like maybe you want to make them happy, or you see their point of view, or you're trying to please them or whatever. But then it's like you also have to look at yourself, and are you pleasing yourself? And what are those things that make you happy, but they're yapping in your ear? And then you finally get to the point where you're like tens or completions. It's like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm going to do what I want to do. You're either on my side or you're not, or I'm sorry if I've disappointed you, but this is what I really feel I want to do. I've given it a lot of thought. I've taken, you know, some time to think about those things, and I'm happy with my decision. Yeah, Queen of Cups, feeling happy with your decision, feeling like you made the right decision. And that's going to take you some time. I definitely feel that this is a process that you have to go with. Like I was saying, I feel like you may have a lot on your plate, and it's like narrowing it down. You may have a lot of opinions. That plate may be filled with different opinions from different people, along with your own opinion. But sorting through those one at a time and figuring out, okay, what's important to me and what's not important to me. What are those things that make me happy? Let me sort through that first, and then having that conviction and that strength to move forward with what it is that you want to do, and taking things under control. We have the infinity sign, which is the individual empowerment, okay? You being strong in this situation and not letting other people, maybe that was in the past, like you were always doing what other people wanted you to do. You were always doing those things, but you weren't feeling happy. You weren't feeling fulfilled. You weren't feeling like it was your path. You were feeling like it was somebody else's, it was their path, not your path. And you're like, you know what, I want to do what makes me happy. All right, so we have Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. That's exactly what I was saying. Is piece by piece, day by day, situation by situation, kind of taking one thing off your plate at a time, and not being overwhelmed by the big picture, okay? The Seven of Cups, not being overwhelmed by the big picture, but taking it piece by piece, narrowing it down. You know, sometimes it's like when you're moving, you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much to pack up. I have so much to do. And then you get so overwhelmed by it. You're like, I don't even want to do anything. But then if you like make a list and you're like, okay, working on this room and working on that room, or making a list or an order of things that you need to do, and you can check those things off one by one, and you're like, okay, now I feel like I can handle this more because I'm not being overwhelmed by the big picture. I'm doing the small things. I'm doing it piece by piece. I'm doing it one by one. And that doesn't make you feel overwhelmed, and you're feeling like you could have things more under control. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.